Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Live War. Today we've got a 3v3 again. This is Barracuda's final video that he sent me. And I'm playing it in ×1 speed because I kind of wanted to see what you guys would think of it in ×1, just normal speed. And it looks like we have Mangus here going for full navy. Barracuda's here, the one who sent the videos in, and he's pretty much doing the same thing. They both have one energy well each though. That's part of the problem on this map. Because as you can see from the map, we have a lot of energy. Well, we don't have a lot of energy wells for this map. When two people starting on this island with one energy each, it might have been better to have one player start over here if you could. I can't actually remember how it was at the beginning. Anyway, let's check out the other team, which is Alpha Team. So we got Yellow starting up in the north here, which is, I'm going to call him Pin. And he's going for a trade route pretty quick. He's going to try and spread out across over here by the looks of it, get that trade route set up. Which could be a problem with two players over here starting with a lot of navy units. Red is Alex over here. He's going for 3 navy structures as well. He has one energy well in the water here, another one there available to him. And Energies over here has 2 energy wells as well. I think Alpha has the advantage when it comes to energy. And where's Cart? Cart's over here. He's got an energy well in the water and does have one nearby, so we've got that. And Barracuda's actually got 4 navy yards. And they're going to expand across the water over here to get these 2 energy wells. So Barracuda's going to be able to have a lot of energy in this game. I hope he's willing to share, because he's got quite a lot compared to his allies. Though Cart should be okay. Though Cart's going for not just navy units, and he's getting a good mix, got submarines in there as well. He's also getting in some strikers, some air units. And Barracuda is pretty much focused on expanding the map. We've got some navy units coming across the waters over here. And I think those guys are easily going to be able to scout what's going on over here if they spot the enemy there. Alex is in a relatively good defensible position. He's going to be able to hold these navy yards a lot longer just because of its position and how, while they're sort of hidden away. Here might have been even better if you wanted to focus on keeping them for longer. But being so far away, it might make it quite difficult to retaliate quicker. We'll have to see how it plays out. But it looks like some players are focusing on eco. We've got an industry being set up here. Might be difficult to try and have the city there, though, because it's quite contested areas, right in the middle of the ocean here. There we go. We've spotted the enemy over here, and Magnus is going in for Alex there. It is 2 destroyers each, but one has missile ship, and we've got another destroyer coming in for Bravo team there. So those destroyers are getting out there as quick as possible. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything else going on the map. We've got a cruiser coming out over here, so cruiser with 2 submarines. And it looks like Alex has led his ships all the way over to the navy yard over here. So it might have been good to try and send them off this way to try and not give away your location on navy yards. Because it's kind of an even fight here, almost. But when these start producing more units, it will easily switch over. So the navy yards are probably quite safe here anyway. This industry could come under fire if a cruiser got close by right now. Because there are cruisers on the map already, over here. It wouldn't surprise me if we see an aircraft carrier come out over this section. Barracuda's over here now. He's getting these energy wells. And that's going to help him fuel this navy that he can start switching out of transport boats. And he's getting in. He's got cruisers coming out. And destroyers over here. They decided not to engage and they've retreated and going for the territory claims over here. Which isn't too bad. It looks like Pin over here has got a lot of eco potential here. I didn't notice. He's got a trade route, like we said, but he's also got a city with some industry and another potential trade route there. It's all quite contested, though. This area is going to be quite heavily fought in, I would have thought. Energy's got a good location because this city is, although close to the middle section, I suppose, it isn't really easy to get to via the navy. They're going to need aircraft or they're going to have to land. Over here, though, it looks like they've spotted this town being built and the destroyers can reach this one. So that town is probably going to get destroyed. I don't think there's anything they can do about this. They've got 4 barracks here and they've turned off the production. I think maybe they wanted to capture the territory faster, or maybe they thought there was going to be enemies here. So they were worried about that and then they had to call it off. We might want to just destroy 1 or 2 of those. Maybe all of them, but yeah, that town has gone, and that's going to leave Pin over here a bit vulnerable right now. There isn't too much they can do unless these units come round. Pin's got 1 Navy unit there to try and stop it, 1 destroyer. Which means Alex is going to need to go over there and try and help save him, or have to just leave him and sacrifice him so Alex can build up. But as Alex goes over there, it looks like we're building up a navy from all 3 players over here, and they're going to try and send in another force in that direction. Barracuda's still claiming that island over there. And yeah, this is just going to be a push through with the navy in this top section over here. There's not much Pin can do right now. He hasn't got much set up anymore. Are those turrets pink? They were pink for a second then, I'm sure. But a destroyer's come out, but that's not going to last long. We've got another navy yard being built over here. Alex did try and come up and save Pin, but unfortunately there's just too many units here. I can imagine these reinforcements are coming in as well. Yeah, there's some coming in. But then Alex also has quite a few destroyers coming up now as well. He's got 5 destroyers and a missile ship. And as they're coming up, they're going to have to try and take on these cruisers. So I'm not sure he's actually going to be able to defend this either. I think he's given up. He's instead going to go on the offensive over here. He's going to try and take out any units in this direction. So he is literally leaving Pin over here as a bit of a sacrifice or distraction, and Pin is trying to set up some navy yards on the other side of his island. Over here we have Cart coming into this section, taking over some territory, and Barracuda's coming in, just checking on him, saying hello. And we've got the aircraft. I think they're just scouting the map really. But doesn't look like anything's going on in this direction. We've got some navy yards here that could be discovered very soon. And this town is under heavy fire. If they focus fire on the town itself, they don't have to worry about the trade route. If one blows up, it'll blow up both. But focusing on the trade route could take it out quicker, I suppose. And then we've got the units coming in. And there's just too many of them over here right now, I think. Yeah, they are kind of vulnerable as well. If they do end up having enough units to come in and take out anything over here, they are going to be trapped here. They're not going to be able to get out so easily. They could go around, I suppose. Hey, I'm right, look. As the destroyers are being built, they've got pink turrets there. I didn't notice that before. It could be because this is kind of the old update, the old version. The update has happened, and I'm just going through some old videos. But more reinforcements are just coming in, and it looks like Alex has built up a sizable navy now. But again, as these units come in, another sizable navy has been built up by Bravo team. And they're kind of hiding out in the centre there. I think Energy is trying to build up some units behind this section over here. That's why he's built there. He does have a navy yard over here. But I think he just wanted to get out of that section. He does have a sub-pen there as well, and they can get through this section. So there are options to move around. And Alex is struggling with energy now. So they finally built up a sizable force, but the energy requirements is a bit too much for him. But he is getting a second energy well up, so he is solving that problem. But it is going to leave him vulnerable for a bit if these units turn around and come back to attack him now. Just going to switch over to Alex so we can see when that's built. It's built now, actually. Don't need to worry. But it is still costing him more, so that black smoke may still come up again. And who's that against? The Mangus, which is player 5. There we go. Player 5 isn't actually doing too bad with energy. It does look like it's going in the negatives quite a lot. But I think they're controlling it a lot better. Whereas Alex is struggling with it a bit, but now he's holding back a little. It should be fine. I think he just needs to let it build up a little, but unfortunately he doesn't really have the time. Barracuda's out of energy as well, but he should be able to fix that pretty soon. He's getting more energy wells up. He's getting a whole city back here. As soon as that city's built, he's also claimed this land up here to get the trade route going. And to be fair, that is vulnerable if they can get some submarines around the top. They don't need to go through the centre. This map's quite open, because sometimes the edges are closed off, like with this sort of land, or this sort of section there, they can't go round. Another engagement going on over here, and Magnus and Alex is all set up a nice formation here with their ships. But I think with Magnus being more spread out, and having cruisers there as well, oh, they've both got cruisers actually, one each. I think Magnus is maybe just waiting for some more reinforcements to come in, but Alex is also trying to send in some reinforcements this way. So both players are splitting up their forces. Barracuda's still struggling on energy a little. Let's check him out. He's only got one energy well set up still, because they've got 30 storage. So if he had 2, it'd be 60. There's the 60. So he's doing alright with that now. Energies has been forced to send his fleet this way to try and defend this structure here. And it looks like Magnus in the north is going to go around the island and come back this way. Because of Alex's forces here, he's forcing these units to go this way, which actually will unveil Pin's section there. Over here, energy is struggling with energy. But he does have 2 energy wells. He's not using both yet. But they are literally right on top of each other, and they're so close to being in range. They will be able to support very soon, and Alex is going to get torn up. I think Bravo team are dominantly controlling the oceans, but everyone's struggling so much with energy that it's so hard to take advantage of what you currently have in this game. There we go, so they're reformatting themselves, and as they do, Alex's ships go down. Now all they've got to worry about is energies. But as they know he's out of energy, it's going to be advantageous to attack now. I think both players are out of energy, actually. Anything going on up here? Yeah, because Magnus is up here with some units trying to take out this section. So he can't bring his reinforcements in here because he'd run out of energy. Alex is bringing some units around this way, but up in the north he wants to send those units up that way, which he's doing now as well. So I can imagine Alex is going to be running out of energy quite soon, as he's moving his entire navy right now. Over in this section we do have a mini engagement going on. We've got some ships moving in, but they are being recalled, so it's not too much to worry about. As I said about the aircraft carriers, we do have one out. There's 3 strikers on board. Can't have a lot of energy. He does. He's got quite a bit stored up, so he's going to be able to use pretty much all of this. And there's no anti-air over here. The cruiser does have an anti-air gun, but it's just not that effective. It's just there. Alex is coming in on these ships as they black smoke, which means they're going to be taking extra damage, and there's 2 cruisers here, so they're going to be doing quite well. They're still definitely outgunned, but they might take good trades even though they're outnumbered. Up in the north over here, Alex's units are coming in to engage against Magnus to save Pin, and I think Alex will be able to save him in time. But Magnus has another fleet over here which he can send north to try and take that out, and I think Barracuda should be just about on his way to setting up his eco. He's got a trade route just nearly complete over here, and he does have another energy well he can use, but he just hasn't done so yet. Over here the strikers have been called in. They're taking out Energy's navy. The submarines have come in too. Energy's just quit after seeing that, which means Bravo team have won because Alex has quit following suit, and I can only imagine Pin will follow after. There we go. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of that game, or just wait for the results to load in. There they are. So Alpha team was actually winning when it comes to like value for the majority of the game. It was just a bit later on, I think mostly from Barracuda who was trying to take control over some land in the background. But actually, Energy was doing really well with that as well. Anyway, there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.